Alright guys, so I finally got my hubs, and my first impression on these is they are rock solid. When I first saw them online and on YouTube, I wasn't too sure how plastic was going to hold up, but these are just rock solid. These are not going to break. You could hit these with a hammer, you're not going to dent them. They're super well made by 3D Factory. So when you guys order, you get 2 of these for the Meepo V3. These are the front hubs, and then you also get the back hubs, which I have over here. I still have to put together, but we'll start with the front just because that's the easiest thing. So when you order from 3D Factory, you'll get the 4 hubs, plus the additional screws that you need for your Trampa trucks. So the Trampa trucks and the 4 tires and 4 tubes came out to about 115. I live in the US, and about 115 with shipping. So this is the front trucks. I already kind of started the process of doing the front wheel and the back wheel, just because it's my first time changing it, and I did not want to take a long time doing it. As you guys can see, it just spins pretty smoothly. So this was the first wheel that I did, and it's actually very simple. I was not sure how to go about it, but it's a pretty easy process. There are a couple tools you will need. First one, everybody should just have kind of a wrench setup of different bits. You will need 2 different type of hex bits, one being a 3.0 and a 2.5, and that's for the 2 different screws that you will be undoing. And then of course just a wrench or a hex key as well, just to do the screws on the Trampa and the board. So the first thing we're going to start off is just with the front hub. So the first thing you're going to do is divide them. This is my first board, so I wasn't sure, so I was just kind of trying to just put them in this way. That's not how that works. A little bit embarrassing, but you know, it's a learning curve, so that's okay. So you're just going to undo all of these screws and just split this in half. Alright, so then you have your 2 pieces. You have your outside piece, and then you have your back piece. So this process is the easiest one. The 2 things you will notice is just where the tire air hole will go. So you kind of got these little gaps in between, so you know how to line them up. Once you have your tire, you just want to make sure that you pushed it all the way back, all the way around. Alright, this is the back side, so you're just going to line that up like that, and just make sure that none of the inside seam is sticking out. Alright, and for this side, we're also going to look for that gap. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. Once you have a good grip on it, you just kind of press the 2 discs together, and then you just redo all the screws. Alright, and there you have it. Portable bike pump, which I use, and when I do fill it up, I usually do 40 psi. You can even probably do a little bit less than that. These are pretty sturdy as they are, but yeah, definitely don't pass 40 psi. That's definitely enough pressure in there for you to roll on through. So that's our start. We have the trucks. Our wheels are in place. They both have air. And that's for the front part. That's definitely the easiest part of the whole mod. So for the back end, I already have 100mm poos on my Meepo. So the 90 that I had, I already had the hub wheel that was out. And all you have to do is just take the faceplate off. Just to let you guys know, the best way to do these is with a hand screwdriver, because the screws do strip extremely easily. So definitely have one of these, and just the Phillips screws. The size that I use was a 3.5. And the best way to remove them is to have the hub motor, whether it's on the skateboard or you already have it out, and just kind of make sure it is vertically on the ground and just flat. And that way you could kind of put pressure one by one as you undo them, and then you could just pick it up and just kind of do it by hand. That's just a tip I found that's a lot easier to do that way. So I already have a hub wheel here that's already mounted. It's the same process. So you'll get this piece right here. And then kind of like with the first one, it comes with the second part, which is right here with the screw. So you get the second piece, and it's kind of the same thing. You undo all of these screws, and then you just pop that out. And then the additional screws that come are the ones that are going to connect where the plate would be on the hub sleeve. So you guys can kind of see here, this is what the 99 looks attached before you put the wheel on and all of that. So it's the same process pretty much as the front wheels. There are some tips and tricks to actually make this easier experience, because it is a pretty snug fit. I mean, this thing is not popping out of there. Trust me when I tell you. But 3D Factory, when I kind of reached out for help on how to do this particular part, once you purchase the 3D hubs, you can contact Alex and he'll send you guys a video. He responds within an hour or two, and he actually has a video that he asked not to be shared on how to do it, so I'm going to respect that. But it's a similar process, very easy to do. And so I'm just going to show you guys how these go on the skateboard. So once I did that, I just put the wheel on, added air, and this is pretty much what it looks like. We have the magnet parts that I'm going to just slide into the sleeve, slide the sleeve in, and I should be all set. Right now I have to remove that from my skateboard, so I'll do that now. Alright. So, there we go. So definitely use your Meepo screws. And I'm gonna go ahead and insert all of the Meepo screws. And then we're just going to flip our board over. Alright. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm already super excited just to put on the back ones. So I'm just gonna move things over a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna push my board forward and turn it around. And I have already removed the 100mm pull sleeves, and so this is the original 90s that I got. 3D Factory does make these in the 90 or 100 hub adapters. I chose the 90 simply because that's just what came with my board originally. Alright, I'm gonna lift the board up a little bit, and we're just gonna slide this in just like that. And might as well grab the other hub motor and slide that one in, just so things are a little bit even. Alright. And so all I'm really going to do next is just kind of line these up, get my Allen key, and just start doing my rotation.